We are back. Welcome back to the Good Morning Show. I am your host, Dr. Ashanta Wyatt. My co-host in studio today is none other than Reverend Dr. Torres Sanders.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning,
Boy,
y'all.
35 minutes after the hour already. Time flies.
When you're having
when
fun.
When you're having fun, boy.
When you're having fun. We want to thank, again, our in-studio guest, Representative Candace Noel, for joining us this morning. And if you're just now joining us, we had some spirited conversation about the Mayor of Bogalusa and his current situation that is happening there, and we're just trying to figure out, what's really going on. If he did what they say he did, then you just let your whole career go up in smoke. But if by some chance you're innocent of these things, like
if there's some shenanigans going on. But now we have Dr. Tamika Duplessis of Delgado Community College on the line. Good morning, Dr. Duplessis.
Good morning. How are y'all?
Ooh, she woke. How you doing, Doc?
I am fabulous. How are you?
We're great. So we know that we're going to talk about all the wonderful things that are happening at Delgado Community College. And every time our partners from Delgado come on, I know I'm informed because I didn't even know all of the wonderful offerings that are taking place over at Delgado. So thank you for joining us this morning.
My pleasure.
Yeah. Now, Dr. Duplessis, for our benefit of our listeners, just tell them a little bit about yourself and what you do at Delgado. And then I know semester is starting soon. Why would someone choose Delgado Community College?
Thank you so much. So my name is Tamika Duplessis, and I serve Delgado as the Associate Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs. I am a resident of New Orleans, born and raised right here in the city. When we talk about who you are and where you go, we always talk about the high school. So I am representing Xavier Prep.
All right.
Absolutely. So I ended up getting my bachelor's degree from Xavier University. I went on to Tulane School of Medicine and got my PhD. And y'all, let me tell you, I taught one class about 15 years ago, adjunct at Delgado Community College, and I fell in love. Can I tell you I never left?
Wow. That's all right.
Well, listen, when you're doing what you love, it doesn't feel like work. So I'm glad that you found your passion and your purpose, and it all happens to align right there at Delgado.
Absolutely. It is all about the mission and vision. And what we do here, bar none, the best job and best place to work.
Well, yes, so tell us a little bit about Delgado. I know there's over 100 degrees and certificate programs. Give our listeners a taste of kind of what types of programs and degrees are offered there and how they relate to the workforce.
Absolutely. So first of all, let's do a quick and dirty why Delgado. And, for me, the easiest way to talk about why Delgado is simply that we are flexible, affordable, and transferable. So when you're looking for an educational opportunity where you have multiple locations, you have multiple modalities, day, night, evening, online, hybrid, virtual, it really, really runs the spectrum of how students can take courses in a way that works best for them and their families. We talk about affordability. Just to, sum it up, Delgado costs about a third of what Louisiana public institutions cost. And we don't even want to talk about the four-year privates, right? So for a fraction of the cost, you can get a high-quality education that can lead to careers unimaginable and transferable. Our courses transfer anywhere in New Orleans, the region, and across the country. So we really offer a lot. When we talk about why Delgado, there's so many avenues, so many programs, and so many reasons why.
Well, and so when does the semester start? And you give, if I said yes, right now I want to go to Delgado, what would I have to do?
Absolutely. So what do you have to do? So right now we are in full registration mode. Today and tomorrow we have registration events where students can come in. It's like a one-stop shop. We have advisors, financial aid, student support services, individuals ready to assist you when you walk in the door. Our application is easy. It is online. It takes about 10 minutes to complete. You can go to www.dcc.edu and click on apply, and the application is there. All next week, we are in, again, full registration mode. We will be open from 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. registering students. And you know what? Now it could not be a better time to embark on a new career, a course to just level up and skill up. There's so many things to offer. You mentioned the 100 different programs. We have programs that span from associate's degrees, certificates, technical diplomas. We didn't even talk about the 200-plus non-credit workforce development courses. So when you're looking at a comprehensive institution right here in our community, Delgado is the place to be.
And now, a lot of people are familiar with degree programs, obviously, but talk a little bit more about the certificate programs. I know that's kind of seemed like all the rage now in terms of people getting certificates. What is a certificate, and what is the value of that?
Okay, so when we talk about certificates, it's all about the number of courses or credit hours to completion. So associate's degree is about 60 credit hours. Certificates can be around 30-ish. But a lot of our certificates are workforce ready to go. Students can come in and get a certificate and be job ready in a couple of months. So when we talk about fast track and moving into jobs quickly, over 50 plus certificates are packaged in a way that students can, in a short amount of time, go straight to work on both credit and non-credit sides. Pharmacy, tech, all of our allied health certificates are just a few in those areas that can get students' workforce ready to go in just a short amount of time.
Wow. And one other thing, in terms of dual enrollment, I know that's a wonderful thing for high school students. Talk about Delgado and dual enrollment. And for our listeners and parents who may be listening, talk to them about what dual enrollment is and the advantages of it.
Mm-hmm. So I'm a product of dual enrollment. I have a high schooler right now that's in dual enrollment at Delgado. So the thing about dual enrollment is that it allows high school students to earn high school and credit courses at the exact same time. And if you know Delgado and our price point, it is at an affordable cost. So if parents are looking for students to go off to college or to go into a 4-year, what an affordable way to do it through dual enrollment. And I'm going to tell you another advantage. Students in high school get a feel for what the college life is like and what that rigor is like, so that when they land at a 4-year or at a 2-year college, they already know what to expect. They have that experience, and they've taken a lot of the prerequisites, so when they get to college, they can go straight into their programs.
So for me, and then listening to you, as a transfer student, because I didn't finish at the college where I started, right? And so can you talk to us about the transferability of Delgado's credits through the statewide agreements and how these benefit students looking to pursue further education after completing their programs at Delgado?
Absolutely. So transferability is one of the things that we tout here at Delgado Community College. And we've worked really, really hard with institutions far and wide to make sure that the courses that are taught here are at the academic standard and rigor that we see at the 4 years. So what we see students doing is embarking on an academic program for transfer here at Delgado and saving themselves thousands of dollars. And they're doing so in an environment that is close to home, in their own backyard, and they're getting these basic skills that transfer anywhere. And please remember that Delgado has the same accrediting body as our 4-year partners. We are all SACS accredited. So when I talk about that vigor and that rigor being on that same level, it truly is.
Yeah. No. And the other thing I guess I'd like you to talk about is the piece of students or potential students who may not currently have a high school diploma or what's the new thing, high set. Do y'all assist with that, or do they have to go through another program first, or can they enroll while they're finishing up high school, so to speak, or how does that work now?
So what's interesting, what you're bringing up sounds like our adult ed program.
Okay.
And basically, you do not have to have a high school diploma to go to Delgado Community College. We have programs and pathways that allow students to finish up those high school requirements and start earning credits toward their associate's degree. The thing about Delgado is we're open admissions, right? We're an open admissions institution. As long as you are 16 and older and have a desire to be here, we have a pathway for you. And our adult ed program is a wonderful way for adults and young folks alike to earn either the high SCAD or high school diploma and earn eligibility for Title IV aid. So when we talk about avenues for students who don't have a high school diploma, we have so many inroads into our program through adult ed and through our credit side that will allow people to get in, get the skills they need so that they can pursue the career of their dreams.
Well, if you're just tuning in, we're talking to Dr. Tamika Duplessis, Associate Vice President of Student Affairs for Delgado. And we have to go to break, but on the other side of the break, we'll continue with more in-depth conversation about all things Delgado right here, WBOK 1230 AM.
Station you listen to all day long.
All day long. And we are back. Welcome back to the Good Morning Show. We are in conversation right now with Dr. Tamika Duplessis, Associate Vice President of Student Affairs for Delgado. Listen, Doc, off air, Dr. Torrin and I were talking. We was like, every time Dr. Duplessis come here, I feel like we need to go sign up.
That's right. I want a certificate.
At Delgado.
Come on, we got something for everybody.
Well, I was telling, I said, I don't know how to cook. I can make some good cornflakes, but I said I may go to this culinary arts thing, and just so I can cook better at home, and I might open up something later on, maybe a little restaurant, do some suppers.
So he could put together a little grits instead of eating cornflakes every morning. He want to come and see what that culinary arts program is talking about. But honestly, although off air we were already talking to about a student of a parent reached out to me about 2 days ago, and she was asking me about a pathway forward for her son, and I was telling Dr. Torrin, this is perfect for him. I'm going to connect this parent with you as soon as I get off air, because what you're offering at Delgado for his current life situation, the traditional school setting is not where he needs to be. I think this will be perfect for him. So just be looking for a call. Somebody's going to say, Dr. Wyatt gave me a number to call you, but I'm going to connect you with this parent today, because I think this is a wonderful pathway forward for him to get the academia he's looking for without forcing himself into a box that he no longer fits in a traditional school setting.
And, one of the things about Delgado is that we pride ourselves on meeting our students where they are. Wherever you are in your educational journey, Delgado has programs that will get you to your desired outcome. And I think that's part of our mission, is kind of what drew me in and has kept me here all this time.
And Doc, just so kind of a serious question, I know you have an answer for it, though. And I read years ago, and this is not necessarily about Delgado, but about community colleges around the country, related to Black males specifically and retention. And the report said that Black males go into community colleges as well as four-year colleges, but the issue of retention, getting them to the end. How is the Black male population at Delgado? And then are there specific programs set aside for them to make sure that they can complete, because there's the challenges of still being in your neighborhood, dealing with family issues, as well as just possible remediation academically and getting to the finish line?
I'm so happy you brought that up. Black male retention and completion is an issue across the board nationwide. And here in New Orleans and in our region, we are seeing the exact same thing. We have been hyper-focused on retention and completion of our students, because it is our goal, if you come to us, that you be successful. So we have a number of programs that are focused on African-American males and African-Americans completion in general. So our TRIO program is just one example of underserved individuals, particularly Black males and Black females, and giving them the extra support that they need to be successful. Our chancellor, Dr. Larissa Littleton Staub, has been hyper-focused on student success and completion. Our KPIs and our matrix, which we measure ourselves and how we're doing up against other institutions, are all about retention and completion of these populations that have been historically excluded from higher education. At Delgado Community College, we wrap our arms around our students and we make sure that they are supported throughout their journey here. But, that Black male population is something that it's tough to see and hear and talk about. I have 3 sons, all African-American males. They're going to be embarking on their college careers, and one next year and another in a couple years after that. And it's just something that we really, as a community, have to support them and normalize college going in our own community and support them. The institutions are doing all that we can, but as a community, we can wrap our arms around them and support these young men and let them know it's okay to go to college. It's all about delayed gratification a lot of times, and the fact that you make money, right, coming out of high school, but look at your earning potential when you go to college and you get those advanced credentials and advanced degrees. One of my mantras that I tell my students all the time is that things will be greater later, right? Pay your dues, get your degree, get your education, and the sky is the limit after that.
Well, I also know one of the attractions of Delgado is their simple open enrollment process. We always hear students complaining about how difficult it is to just get registered or get signed up or get enrolled at a college or university. So can you talk to us about the simple and open enrollment process, and how does the college's approach to admissions, including the ability to apply for scholarships, will one form benefit prospective students?
So we have transparent enrollment process and simple, easy steps to do so. We have one application for admissions. It's all online. It can be completed in about 10 minutes. In terms of enrollment, many students, within 15, 20 minutes, they can have access, once everything clears, to our registration system. So quite possibly a student can apply and be enrolled in classes within a matter of hours. It's just that simple. We have student support services available online, on the phone, and in person. Should anyone need any assistance walking through these processes or have questions as you go, we can also apply for scholarships with just one form. It's called Award Spring, and it is available on our website. But just one application for scholarships connects students to every single additional funding mechanism that we have outside of federal financial aid. So we've done a lot to streamline our processes and make it as easy as possible. But you know what? Also making sure that we support our students through that process is something that we've excelled in.
Hey, Dr. Duplessis, again, we want to thank you for being with us and letting our listeners know about all the offerings at Delgado and the value of a Delgado education. We're almost at our time where we have to wrap up. What are some of your final words that you'd like our listeners to know?
So right now, registration is open. Our spring semester starts Saturday, January 18th and runs through Tuesday, May 13th. We also have 2 smaller sessions. We have a 12-week session that starts in February and 2 smaller 8-week sessions. We have registration events that start today and run through next week. We also want to talk about our Super Saturday registration, which is a big deal for us. It's this coming Saturday, January 11th, at our City Park campus from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. So we look forward to having everybody come out with their family, bring a friend, and get registered for the spring.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Tamika Duplessis, for being here with us. We always enjoy our partnership with WBOK and Delgado. So thank you for all you do in service to our children in this city. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. You have a great day.
Have a great one. Listen, I'm telling you, I feel like I want to go enroll. I'm not joking. Like she's the best.
She's the best
cheerleader for that institution. I wanted to say that to her when she was on air, but if the president of that institution is listening, you got to keep her.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, she's just vibrant. She make you want to sign up.
It's definitely. I mean, Delgado is a very needed institution in our community, and when I asked that question about high school. Those who don't have a high school graduation or diploma, that's also critical. We have a lot of people in our community that didn't get there. So, but they think, hey, I can never go back to school. It's never too late. It's never too late. There's a pathway. go and get it. And then if you still want to go to 4-year college, which is one wonderful thing, you can do that.
Absolutely.
At a lower cost and make your move. Hey.
So the reason I needed a minute or two, right?
Yes.
Because I wanted to bring the folks' attention to the Louisiana Illuminator has an article that says Louisiana argues parts of the Voting Rights Act are unconstitutional in the redistricting case. And whose face is front and center in this article? Attorney General Liz Morrell. The folk were saying that that the maps were unconstitutional racial gerrymandering.
And that went through the Supreme Court and everything.
Well, the state that you live in, not New York where you're from, but the state that you live in has appealed the judge's decision saying that Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act of 1965 prohibits voting laws or procedures that purposely discriminate on the basis of race, color, or membership in a language minority group. Talking about using something to flip it and use it against you, right? So that's what they're doing. They're arguing that.
Nothing, I'm not surprised.
Are you surprised?
I'm not surprised. Nothing new. And that's why, for this, I know we still got another week or so before Martin Luther King holiday and celebration. But use this, for service, but use that time to study.
Because you got to know what's happening.
And know what's happening. Yeah. Connect the historical dots. It was in Selma, and going across that Edmund Pettus Bridge. And we talked about John Lewis for a minute this morning with Good Trouble. People got beat in the head. And then weeks later, months later, the Voting Rights Act was passed. And so we need that participation. We need that work from all of us to do it and to make sure that we maintain what was gained by our ancestors.
The article says last year, Republican attorney generals from 14 states filed an amicus brief in the case arguing Section 2 is unconstitutional. That act followed a 2023 decision in the U.S. 8th Circuit Court of Appeals in St. Louis that only the federal government can seek an enforcement ruling under the Voting Rights Act rather than individuals. So they're basically, this is
she's just following the same.
You should never be surprised.
Your current governor and former attorney general has set in place.
You absolutely should not be surprised. But please, listen, know your rights.
That's right.
Know your reach. Know the power of your voice. This has been an amazing show. We want to thank all of our guests.
I enjoyed myself. Thanks for having me again.
Absolutely. We want to thank our partners, Ed Delgado, Dr. Tamika Duplessis. I want to thank my co-host, Reverend Dr. Torrance Sanders, for being in spirited conversation with me. And I want to thank my super producer, Nara Sanders, for holding us all together. But up next, we want to invite you to the front porch with Grilling and Kemper. Until next time, we're going to see y'all tomorrow. WBOK 12:30 a.m. What New
I have to
Orleans
say amen after that
about
sermon.
all day long.